Hello, and welcome to the Build with Bear workshop. This is a special daytime and on location stream. Everything's kind of conspired against me to keep on my normal schedule. Say hi in the chat if you're in there in the chat. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave emote up, uh, and let me know if you can hear me. If one of you lovely viewers could just say that you can hear me, then we'll get started with the work we have to do today. We're going to do some builds. Hey, okay. So Thomas, thank you. Oh wow, we got some subscribers in there. That's great. Thank you for being subscribers. Speaking of which, Thomas, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. So we hit 30 subscribers, which is one of my goals. My subscriber goals was 30. And I said when we hit 30, we'd do another random drawing where one of my current subscribers was going to win the Ghostbusters Ecto 1 Lego kit that I built, which was the second build I ever did on stream. Third actual build, second one I'm giving away. I'm keeping the desk side. Desk side for the second build. I'm keeping that. Afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining. So I have a random number generator. I'm going to put in the information and do it a few times. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to hit a random number generator, and between subscriber 1 and subscriber 30, current subscribers, one of those lucky people are going to win the Ecto 1, and then I will contact that person and mail it out to them. That's a thank you. Also, I'm going to take a photo of this. I just have so many kits at home now. My collection of boxes of kits, both ones that I've worked on and built and ones that I'm going to be working on, it's just getting too big. So why not send those out to find folks that have been supporting me as a thank you. So let's see here. What else do I have to do? Oh, okay. So I got to actually do that. Not expecting to be in the chat. Obviously, we got a small bit of viewership today live due to the fact that I am doing this in the afternoon, and most people want to watch it in the evening. But I had to work at my regular job in the evening, so wanted to do something nice in the afternoon for all you. And I want to keep streaming twice a week, so that's the goal. So let's see here. Let's do this random number generator. I'm going to cough. I'm going to drink a little water, and then we're going to do it. Great. My allergies are kicking in a bit due to the weather change. Okay, so the winner of this I'll contact, and that winner will be number 7. Let me look in my list, see who that is. I have an Excel sheet with all my subscribers. That is Johnny Warps, who I don't believe is in chat right now, but Johnny Warps. Johnny Warps is our winner. So I'm going to contact Johnny Warps, and Johnny Warps won the Lego build, our Ghostbusters Lego build, and I'm very excited about that. And then I'm going to write that down here. So the next thing will be when we hit 50 subscribers, we will send out the the Master Gundam from G Gundam. That'll be the next one. That's at 50. So we got a ways to go for that. As always, if you're not subscribing, if you can use your Twitch token, that's awesome. If pay real money, that'd be great. All the money I make goes directly back into buying more kits so that I can keep doing builds. So yeah, so that's Johnny Warps. I'm going to tweet that out, y'all. So hold on one second. User. Lego set. Great. So I just did that. Sent that out. That tweet has been sent. Okay. I know what you're saying, Pat. We just spent a lot of time doing things that are not building model kits. And you're right. So let's get into it. Boom. Great. Okay. Here we are. I'm going to put my phone so it is not in the way. Here's our build space. We're doing it. So You may remember if you were watching last Saturday, I ran into a problem where I messed up my leg that I was working on, which is this leg. We already did one leg of our Gundam Exia, and the second leg I had messed up, took it all apart, rebuilt it, dropped two pieces, which we will repair in the when I get home again. I will do that. So right now we're going to continue the build. We are going to put on some plating on this, and then we will continue working on our Gundam Exia. So, if you have any questions in the chat, anything you want to tell me about, if you're building anything, of course, as always, if you are building something, please let me know what you're working on. I love hearing about it. If you're doing any model kit building, if you're painting things, if you're doing anything like that, please let me know. I love hearing about it. I bought something kind of exciting. So, if those of you know, I have a Patreon. I'll put the link in later. It's in the show description on YouTube. So I've been doing what do we call? I was just saying out loud a thing. Oh yeah. So I've been doing so my Patreon, right? I just lost just focus off on the table cam. The table cam feels a little blurry. You know what I did? I turned off autofocus on the table cam, so we might be running into an issue there. Let me look at the table cam. Fob washed. Also, hello, Steve. Let's see here. Configure video for this webcam. I think what I did was I turned off focus. So I'm going to turn on autofocus. Okay. So I'm going to focus this. Let's see. That focuses. I believe what happened was I turned off autofocus because it was having some problems, and then when I turned it off, it didn't focus. Bob Wash, thank you so much for subscribing. We're now at 31 subscribers with your help. I appreciate that very much. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime token. Does it look better? Does it still look blurry? We doing okay here? I can fiddle around with settings in a little bit if it's still bad, but let me know. So anyway, so my $10 Patreon backers got to vote on the next thing I'm building, and it's actually to see how long it takes to do these builds. It is not Lego, but is like Lego, and it is a popular anime franchise that I'm building next after this. And I kind of want to test it because if they work out and they take like an hour or something, then there'll be something that I do on the road because I don't want to take like a kit like this. I don't want to get on a plane with snippers, right? And then I don't want to have to check my bags and all that. So if I can do a Lego or a Lego-like product and take that away, that would be awesome. Finished that giant Lego nomination yesterday. I'll tweet you back. Yeah, please send me a tweet. As always, if you're building something, send me a tweet of what you're working on. Not just when I'm streaming, whenever. And I will always give you a retweet and let people know what you're working on. Take pride in that stuff. I think it's awesome when people are building things, especially giant things that I'm not like ready to do. So anyway, so I'm my next build after this will be a very quick build. I'm going to do a test of it, but it's like Lego, and if it works, it'll be very easy to take those on the road. Like when I go to PAX Unplugged in November, I don't want to take a model kit with me. I want to take like a simple, small little thing and get it done. Or when I go home for Christmas, I think I'm going to do at least one build while I am home with my folks. So if I'm doing a build, I would love to get on a plane with a small little kit and get it done in one setting. We got here. Just finished the real grade. Didn't really like it. Too many loose parts. The real grade RX-782. Yeah, I've been hearing from a few people that some of the real grades are better than others. I think the concept is awesome. Like I said, this is my first real grade that I've been working on. And so I don't have any comparison to it. I'll have another real grade coming up in a little bit. Not my next build, but my build after that will be a real grade. Sorry, I'm trying to get this little tiny piece in here, and there's one way to do it, and I'm just trying to get it done. And talk. So yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I so far I'm liking the real grade. I think it's kind of cool. Um, I like that you could build the skeletal structure of it before putting on the armor. If you wanted, you could just build the complete skeletal frame and just do it like that. And that might be a fun thing to do in the future with another real grade. Um, um, Steve, these are all great points. Yeah, it could just be that the camera. I don't know. The camera's focusing now. It might just be that it's either too close or not close enough farther away. I'm going to pull it back just a little bit, give you a little more frame, and we'll see if that helps it some. If that helps it. Or it could just be it doesn't want to like this paper, so it's being kind of out of focus on the paper. But we will continue with our builds. Here we have just one more piece to put on, and then our leg is done. So let's see. What do I need? I need G16. Boom. Then we're going to work on our body. We're already done with the legs, and then we can work on our body, which is cool. These legs were tricky. I'm sure the next time I do a real grade, it will be easier because I'll have some experience doing it. But there were some parts in this piece that gave me a lot of problems lining them up properly, including this piece when I did it on the other leg. So I'm hoping that this one goes a little better. It's just a lot. It's a lot more stretching of a piece to get it snapped into place than I would like. I'll say that. Yep, and then that pops off, and I don't like it. I don't like that it does that. All right, I'm going to try to get it right, and then I'll go back and see if I can fix my mistake. Okay, so that goes there. I dropped a piece, but I caught it. Hooray, we did it. And then we'll just put this back in here. Great. Okay, so that worked. I don't know why you do that one after you do the other one, but there's our leg. It's done. Tell us you're getting a kid used to arcade controllers early. That's awesome. And a bunch of arcade buttons that'll hook up a sample trigger. That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I love the idea of doing like in the same way you could hand a turned off controller to a kid, handing them some sort of fake arcade stick to get them used to that. That sounds rad. That sounds like a fun little project. And then you can repurpose it later. All right, so we did our legs. We're going to put our legs aside so that we don't have to worry about them. You may notice, like I said, I dropped two little pieces that go on here. So I'm going to find those. Those are at home. I know they're at home because I had to quickly disassemble that and then reassemble it. I said this on Twitter. I'll say it on the stream. So originally I was going to do this out of my apartment. That was the plan anyway. But unfortunately, sometimes plans don't work out. Like when your landlord decides that they're going to do renovations on their apartment while like you're in your apartment and you want to stream live on the internet. And suddenly you can't do that. You instead have to book a rehearsal room at your work and go in early and do it there. So I thought I would have some more time today, and I had to include travel time in that, which I was not expecting. So that means that I took a little while to get here and get all this stuff set up. And yeah, I got a little sloppy. All right, so this piece here, working on the chest, had some extra pieces that I'm trying to snip off really quickly and safely. I'm doing that now. Get that going. But yeah, I'm doing an afternoon stream because I'm working tonight. And then this Saturday, everything's just pushed up a half an hour early. I'll start my stream at 8:30 Eastern time instead of 9, and we'll be done right before 10 o'clock Eastern time. And that is only because at 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is in 1 p.m. Australian time, the League of Heels Great Australian Bash is happening. So I said that I would watch that live. So I'm going to end. So I'm doing my stream half an hour early so that I can finish up and go watch that because I want to support Mr. Aaron Trites. And it's the first League of Heels show that I'm not at, which is really a weird thing to say. I've been at this is the first time. Now Aaron Trites is exclusively the only person who's been to every League of Heels show because none of the people who are going to be at that one were at the first two, I believe. So yeah, Aaron now has the sole discretion of being at every single one, which is crazy to say that we've had so many that that's a true statement. All right, so we're working on the framework of our body here, snapping some pieces together, and then we're going to get C12. This is telling me things about stickers, which I'm not putting on, as you all know. Those that are faithful to the show know I don't apply stickers because I'm bad at it. But I leave the stickers, so when people down the road win this, they'll be able to do it themselves. Yeah, so that's this Saturday is a little bit early because I want to see that show, and so I decided that I would just start and end a little early. So I still give you your proper stream. Let's see. So I just want to check this out. This goes low. Looks like this goes like this. Like I said, this is all brand new to me. I've never worked on this kind of kit before, so I am trying to be patient with how it works and what I do with it. And I think I did something wrong, so now I'm gonna no. Just trying to get this set up right, and it doesn't seem to want to step in. There we go. Got it. Okay, figured it out. Everything's cool. This is looking pretty cool already. I like the look of this Gundam. I think it looks rad, so I'm excited to do some building on it. Hey, everybody that joined the stream. So one of the first things I did with the stream today is Johnny Warps, who is a subscriber, won the Ghostbusters Lego kit that I... sorry, I'm just looking real quick, making sure I'm doing this right. Great. The Lego kit, that was the third thing. Pardon me. Very sorry about that. I apologize for sneezing and not moving my microphone. That's awful. Like I said, allergies are starting to kick my ass a little bit. So yeah, Johnny Warps won, who is not in chat, unfortunately. But I will contact Johnny Warps in the future and let that person know that they won this model kit. I'm very excited to let them know about that. That's rad as hell. And then, yeah, and then we've got the next one will be at 50. So when we're at 31 subscribers, so it'll take a little time. But once we hit 50 subscribers, our next drawing will take place, and someone will win the Master Gundam from G Gundam, which is a fantastic looking kit. All right, so we're snapping things in place. We're making our body here. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to try to... Hello, Mudman. I'm going to see here about... Just real quick, let me fix some things here. Okay. So, yeah, so we're doing some building here. We're now working on our chest here for this Gundam Exia. Get down to step 3, which is some D1. Okay, so... D1 and all right. This is a pretty smooth build. Like I said, this is the real grade. This is the first time I've done a real grade, so I wasn't necessarily sure what to expect. I did a little reading up on them. But for shorthand, I'll say that it's a high grade with some tricks to it. So it's got some small pieces, but then other pieces are large, just like that. And it's been a fun little build. I would so far I would recommend it. I don't know, as we go, I'll give my overall impressions when we're done, as this will be my first one doing this, first time doing this, I should say. Yeah. What are some God with them? Okay, so Mudman, a basic one. So you want to, if you're starting out and you've never done a plastic kit like this, get a high grade kit. Anything that's labeled HG. Now, other people are probably going to have really good specifics for you. I can only tell you about the high grade are easier. And then I would say a Gundam is going to be probably a little complicated. So maybe something, if you can find a high grade kit of like a Zaku or something from the original series, Also, look at release. You can look up online on like Amazon or Gundam Planet. If it's a more newer one, and the high grade, it might be a little easier to put together than something that was built in the 90s and produced in the 90s, I should say. But yeah, high grade is a great starting place. You could also get an SD kit, which is the super deformed, and those are going to take you like no time at all to put together. Those might be even like 10, 15 pieces. That might be fun to just really start incredibly basic. But high grade, the HG is what I would say. You could also go, like I said, with the super deformed ones, very cute kitty ones. That's going to be even more basic, but it might be even too simple, and you might not get the right feel of what a build feels like. You know what I mean? I haven't done a super deformed in a long time, but they are very, very simple, so it might be honestly too simple. All right, so F5. Just going to continue working on a base model here. This is interesting. It's rare that you find a piece that there are 3 of them and they're all numbered the same. Usually, even if it's identical, then it doesn't come in packs like this. The other thing I said that made this very different for me is that we don't have any of the rubber like connector pieces that you would find in a master grade kit, which is odd, but cool. Johnny Warps, you did. You won. Hi, Johnny Warps. Welcome to the chat. Yes, Johnny. So you won the Lego Ghostbusters Ecto 1 kit that I built on the stream. We did a random drawing at the top of this. So Johnny, if you send me a message on Twitter just saying like, hey, this is Johnny Warps, and I'll follow you and I'll DM you and I'll get your address, and then sometime next week I will mail out to you your kit that you won. And congratulations. Mudman, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, Johnny Warps, you're our big winner, which is awesome. Yeah, as a way to kind of give back to y'all and as a thank you, and also to make it so it doesn't pile up in my apartment, I'm going to be raffling off at big milestones for subscribers. We did a raffle when I hit 15, and now we did one at 30, and then we're going to start going like 50 and 100 and stuff, 50, 75, 100, stuff like that. We'll start doing 25s. But yeah, congratulations. Congrats, Johnny Warps. And Mudman, you're welcome. Yeah. Like I said, other people might say other things, but that's where I come down on it. I feel like high grade is a great place to start. And like high grade, you could do with scissors. You don't need to get yourself a pair of snipper clips, but they're also a nice tool for that. And you can find other uses for those as well if you're like build a kit and you're like, you know what, I don't want to keep doing these. All right, so we're putting this on. I'm not sure what this is. Like I said, I haven't really watched this series too much. It seems cool, but I'm not super into it. All right, so put that on. Then we slide this onto the back of this. This is pretty cool. A little color on this. That looks cool. It's looks like a warp core. So that's pretty neat. Like I said, I don't really know too much about this series. This was on my Amazon wish list because a follower and subscriber was like, hey, if you put that on your Amazon wish list, I'll buy it because I built it and thought it was a cool kit. Switching chat. Yeah, that's actually a great time. Now that we're at about 2:30, I'm going to put some stuff in chat here. So my Patreon, my Amazon wish list, my Ko-fi, coffee, a GN engine. Great. Thank you, Mr. Bob. Thanks, Johnny Warps. Yeah, like I said, send me a message on Twitter. I'll follow you back, and then we'll DM about stuff. So here in the chat, it's going to be in the chat is my Patreon, my Amazon wish list, and my Ko-fi or coffee. I don't know how to say it. My Patreon's doing pretty good. We're about halfway to our first goal. We're at 70 something, and then so when we hit 150, I'm going to stream 3 days a week. I'll do a Tuesday afternoon stream every single week once I hit $150. So that's something you like. For $5, you get videos on my YouTube a day early of anything I do, my comedy shows and stuff like that. Also these videos, and then the $10 get that, and then also get to vote on things. I'm going to put up 2 options later this week for the next thing that I buy. I'm going to put 2 options up there. My Amazon, if you purchase something on Amazon, please let me know, because they just take it off the list. They don't tell you that someone bought something off your list, and then I'll build that what you buy off the list. There's a lot of stuff. There's some Lego on there. There's some Star Wars stuff. I kind of broadened it a bit. I put a few more Gundams up there. So that's all there. Patreon, Amazon, and then Ko-fi's direct. And anything that goes to coffee, Ko-fi, whatever. I think it's coffee. Any money I make there goes right back into buying things to build on the stream. So thank you very much for all your support there. Subscribe if you can. There's a cheer emote thing happening. I don't know what it is. Cheers are always appreciated. And then I think you can unlock emotes. I don't know. But if you're a subscriber, you get the Bear Cave emote. And then, so here's the cool thing. So thanks to all your support with my subscribers, I've hit enough subscribers that I'm actually going to get paid. As an affiliate, you have to hit a certain threshold before they cut you a check. And I hit that threshold. So in like January, I'm going to have some money coming in from all of you, which means that probably in December or maybe January, I'm going to get some more emotes. I'll have an exclusive emote for the $10 subscribers as a thank you. And then I'll also have, okay, sorry. They want you to twist this thing. I'm just making sure I'm doing this right. Great. Okay, I'm doing this right. Okay. They just wanted me to do a thing, and I wasn't sure what it was, and now I know. Great. Okay, so I'll have some emotes, and then I'm going to also make a new emote for everybody that for the $5. Yeah, it's a small little thing, but your support has meant a lot, and just being able to hit that threshold is pretty awesome. On Twitch to actually get paid from them, because there are plenty of people that takes months and months and months to hit that point. The fact that we did it so soon after I started is pretty awesome. All right, so I'm going to put this piece on there that will help the head stay in place. This looks pretty cool. Let's see, let me pop up here. This kind of like GN engine is what I was told it was from Mr. Bob. That looks pretty cool on the back of this. All right, so let's keep building. We're just now like putting on armor pieces and building it up. This is a pretty cool little kit. So let's keep building on it. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched about how everything's going so far. Of course, all your support means the world to me. And I know some people can only support by watching, which is also like huge and really nice. And if you can retweet when I post that I'm gone live on my stream, that's huge, because then we can get some new viewers come in. As I said, this Saturday we're going to be back in my apartment, but the stream will be just a half an hour early and end a half an hour late, which I'm doing so that I can watch so I can watch League of Heels, which will be in Australia, the Great Australian Bash. And I wanted to watch that. That starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, so I wanted to watch that live if I could. And so I decided I was going to stream a little earlier than normal. All right, so I'm looking for a 20. Did I already take that off? Pardon me for a second, folks. 1920. There it is. Great. One of the major problems when you do a kit that's off a show you don't watch is, a death scythe at this point, I know what all the pieces look like because I know what the kit looks like at the end. But a kit like this, I'm kind of playing it dark a little bit because I haven't really watched a lot of the show. So I don't know the ins and outs of the Exia like I would another kit. All right. But yeah, this has been a fun build so far. Oh, let's see. It's Thursday, so I usually do a little anime talk. I have finished my rewatch of Interviews with Monster Girls. I was savoring it because that's such a great show. So I watched that, and that was really good through a second watch. Although, as I said, the 13th episode I don't think is good. I think the 13th episode is bad. It was done after the whole show. I think the 12th episode ends on such a positive, fun note that the 13th is actually a bit of a bummer. And then, so I don't think the 13th episode's great, but I hope they do another season of it because I think it's a cool show. So I would be into another season. And I'm gonna do I'm gonna do another rewatch of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid because I watched a clip of it the other day, and I watched the OVA not too long ago, and I was reminded that I really like that show. So I'm gonna watch that again. And then I'm caught up with what show am I caught up with? Oh, Food Wars. Food Wars is great. It's picking up. First episode I wasn't super into, but I'm into what's happening right now. So I've been liking that. And then I'm about to look up the name of a show that I think is very cute and fun. It's like 3-minute episodes. It's like a gag comic about a couple. Um, Something about a cocktail. I'm going to look up the name in English. Hold on one second. Uh, it's on Crunchyroll, and it's cute as hell. So I'm going to go look it up right now. I should have done this ahead of time so that I could tell you right ahead of time what it was. I apologize for this delay. What is the name of that show? That name of that show is where is it? Love is Like a Cocktail. So the show is called Love is Like a Cocktail, and it's like I said, it's 3 minutes. It's a little cute, fun comic. Uh, the basic premise is that uh, there's a bartender, and his wife is a hard-working business lady who's like real, like she's nice, but like is real, like dedicated. And then when she has like a drink or two, she gets drunk real easy. So when she has a drink or two, she becomes incredibly cute and very loving to her husband, and it's adorable, and it's like all very short and very cute. It's a fun little series that, like I said, I think there's only 3 episodes so far, and it's all like 3-minute episode. Um, but right now I'm super into it because it's just like I don't know. I wanted something cute and fun. You know what I mean? Sometimes sometimes you want to watch something like hard, and then sometimes you just want to watch something like adorable. And this show is adorable. Um, just realized that this is not where I want it. Pardon me here. I'm just trying to figure out. All right, that's what happened. I put this thing on wrong. Fixed it now. I had put a piece on wrong, and so now I'm correcting that mistake. And it'll just take a second or two. But yeah, if you're watching anything on any, you're watching any anime, let me know, because like I said, I only have like, I don't have any real series that I'm like super into right now. Um, so I'm looking for something new. Food Wars is like the only regular like full length anime that I'm watching live as it happens. I'm taking it. I'm not gonna do Boruto. I thought about it, but I decided that what am I doing wrong? Doing something wrong here, folks. Pardon me. Figuring it out now. Okay. I think I figured it out. And then this goes like this. All right. That goes like that. Okay. I figured it out, folks. You have to bear with me here. As I said, anytime I work on a brand new kit and a new style, occasionally I just have trouble reading what they want from me. I think I got it now, though. So yeah, if you're working on anything, or you're building anything, you're doing any model kit stuff, let me know. If there's any anime you're watching, let me know. Life is like a cocktail. Love is like a cocktail is the new little cute series I'm watching. And then yeah, Food Wars. I'm watching that, and that's been good so far. And there's another one called Urahaha, which is based on a web comic, and I don't know yet. I only watched 2 episodes and didn't really hit me. It looked kind of cool, but like I don't know. It didn't do anything super for me right now. So I don't know if I'm gonna like uh, give that another watch. So 826. Let's see here. Got back into Gundam, started rewatching the original series, and just started Iron Blood Orphans. Iron Blood Orphans is great. That's a real quality series. I should probably build something from that. I haven't yet. I should put something on my wish list for that because that's a solid series. And then Tumist, no doubt you're watching Chef and My Fridge, which has been a great fun. Chef and My Fridge. Oh, I've heard about that. Okay, yeah. I heard some good things about that show. Have not checked it out. Yeah, this kind of seems to be a little bit of a dry spell for anime right now at this very moment. I haven't seen anything that's piqued my interest. I know some people. There's something about Magus Bride people are into, but that didn't seem appealing to me, so I'm not watching that. Um, I'm mostly just waiting. Like in January, like season 2 of Overlord happens, and so like I liked Overlord. I think they could go a lot of cool places with it. Um, Despite the fact that it is one of those series that is like, dude wakes up and is in the video game world is now his life, and so he's trying to figure out like what happens. But it's not the same video game world. But he's also the only one, so it's not like Log Horizon or what's the other one? Sword Art Online. It's not like that. It's like the video game world continued, and he just happens to be in it, so he's like dealing with that. I kind of like Overlord. I think it was kind of cool, and so I'm kind of excited for another season of that. Your 1/100 Barbados is on its way from Amazon. That sounds cool. Send me photos when you start working on it. Let me know what's up with it. Um, Yeah, I should probably pick up something from Blood Orphans. There's some cool kits there. There's some cool weapons in that game. So I like as I've said before, I like model kits with cool weapons. So all right, so this goes like this. All right, and then I need. Oh, we're supposed to do another thing first. So let me do that next. I did a thing out of order, so I'm going to try to rectify that out of order without throwing anything off. All right, great. So that goes there. All right, so I need C. 5 5. I'm gonna put on some more of our clear green, which is a rare color for Gundam. I think it really looks cool. Showed it on the legs. I think that green is awesome. It just kind of pops. It's a very cool choice. So I gotta put that on there. Put that there. And slide this in there. The nice thing about these real grade so far is that when I've missed a step, it's been pretty forgiving about that. Okay, so then I just got to put some shoulder pieces on and some Fs with a little accent from A12 and A13. Okay, mostly F, great. Yeah, beam weapons are really cool. There's like big, here's the thing about model kits and as particularly Gundams. I am a sucker for big weapons. I'm excited to build the blade for this. I like big swords. One of the reasons why we did that real grade, or not real grade, the master grade, the last one, the RX 785, the G5, was because it had a big machine gun, and I was like, okay. So I love the Death Sight. My Death Sight is my favorite Gundam. Y'all know that I am super into having a really cool kit like that. It's totally my jam. Okay, so I need F28 and F27 on the side. Um, I love a big weapon. Um, I got my wish list has the Epion, and spoiler alert, I might just buy that because I really like that whip. I think a whip is a really cool weapon for a Gundam, so I might just buy the Epion myself if I can find it for a good price. Um, does Iron Blood Orphans remind me? Does Iron Blood Orphans is there a mobile suit in that show that has a giant like basically clippers, like a big giant like bolt cutter as a weapon? There's a Gundam show that has that I remember thinking looked really cool, and I think that's the show that had that. First form, giant hammer, and third form, yes, just giant scissors. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Bob. Yeah, just giant scissors, and that's like Jaws of Life looking things, and that's like cool and stupid and great in all the right ways. All right, so yeah, it's a good dumb thing, and I'm into it. Yeah, I should probably get one of those. See about a master grade or a real grade. I have another real grade coming up 2 kits from now, I think. Is probably the next time I'll do that. I'm not sure exactly when I'll do it, but it'll be soon. I'm going to be doing that, and I think that's going to turn out great. Um, yes, yes, those scissors, the Gushin Rebake Full City, yes. Uh, those scissors do get some stuff done. 100 Full City yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like that's a kit that I would be into making. And then A13. Are there 2 A13s? No, but there's a 12. So that must be 12. Okay, yes, it is. Okay, great. That goes like this. Ah, it's tiny. These are tiny. The head might be the part that's going to be the hardest on this build because these are some tiny pieces. And this is a little bit of a tiny piece, but not too bad. None of this is too bad. And then, so that locks in with this. Never, like I said, just trying to make sure I do this right. Our shoulder pieces here. Okay. And then this locks in like that. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun. So the whole thing of this one is like the idea that everything like opens up and it like so you have to as the nice thing about this real grade is it's making it so you can do that. You can follow along with those moves and play along as it were, which is awesome. This looks pretty cool. All right, great, cool. So yeah, so it does the kind of like opening, show off that green there. That's neat. This is a neat little kit. There's some nice little tricks to it for what is basically a high grade size. All right, so let's keep working. We're gonna finish off the chest here. Looks like we then quickly build the torso. That's our next step. All right, GN drive, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly check the old Twitter. See, yeah, that's going. Zorbert. Oh yeah, Tums, you sent me this. I'm gonna retweet it. That's awesome. I'm gonna retweet that beautiful build you sent me. Great. That looks so cool. I should have a Millennium Falcon like on at some point. I want to do that. Obviously, I probably wouldn't get a giant one, but uh, right now I only have one huge ticket item. I have a perfect grade on because someday I would love to do a perfect grade on stream. So I put a perfect grade up, just one, and I'm not expecting it to ever go, but I put it up there. And if somebody thinks like, "Hey, I've got a lot of Amazon gift cards," or "I just brought a lot of change to the Coinstar and got Amazon gift cards for that amount," and wanted to send me that perfect grade so I could build a perfect grade on stream, I would not disagree with you on that. I've only built one ever. I did the Gundam Wing perfect grade, and that was wonderful, but also like very like time consuming and awesome. And I built that for a job, so I didn't get to keep it. Um, but that's been years since I did a perfect grade, and that could be really fun to do. But like I said, I really like doing the master grades. I've got some Lego sets that I would like to build in the future that are up on my store, up on the Amazon wish list, and stuff like that would be fun to do. I've got something coming up, like I said, that is not uh, that is not Lego, but is like Lego. I have a constructs thing that I'm going to do next as kind of a test to see if that's something that I would want to do when I travel. How long it would take to build one of those? Because if it only takes like half an hour, then that doesn't work for me. But if it takes like an hour or an hour and a half, then that's perfect for traveling for like a 1 day build. Uh, that Falcon looks so great. Um, yeah, yeah. The smaller one, the smaller um, Millennium Falcon, like looked like a fun build. But yeah, that's beautiful and incredible. Um, the big $1,000 one or whatever my friend James has, but he also doesn't have time to build, so it's a double-edged sword for him because he's got something really cool that he'll never ever complete, and he might not ever start. I think he's got to wait years for his kids to get old enough to want to build Lego with him. Right now, they're too young to want to do it. All right, so we put that on there. Um, Almost done here. We're gonna do. We got some sort of cone thing for the back of this, of the back of the GN drive. So we're gonna build a cone, which is oh, it's a bunch of different parts. Okay, E and C and F. Um, small ones. Yeah, but I am also very jealous. I agree with you that that's just a lovely looking kit. I think I told you, Thomas, that my friend bought a circular clear coffee table, glass coffee table, and so he put the uh, Millennium Falcon the Lego Millennium Falcon on the bottom, and then it's still a coffee table, and then underneath you can see the Millennium Falcon, and that's how he chose to display his. It's like a make good because it's like, well, there's still a functional table, even if this is uh, you know, a big Lego kit underneath. And then C6. I really love this clear see-through green. I think it's such a awesome looking color and it pops so well. I'm really into it. I've only got a few more pieces like that, the face and uh, accents on the arms, but man, I think that looks good. All right, so I need E. We've done very little with E. So E8. All right. Building some sort of cone thing, some sort of engine for this drive, I guess. So we'll want to make sure that I'm matching my pieces right. That goes to the bottom. That's up there. This goes. This wouldn't be too hard for me to fix if I fuck it up, but I'm going to try not to fuck it up. All right, that goes in there. And then That goes over it. Nope. Trying to get this right here because this is not a thing I can just do again if I mess it up too many times. All right, that seems to be good. That's in place. Great. All right, and then I need D1, 36, 34. Yeah, the colors I think are great. Definitely look at those colors like the other places. Fitness my best. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Warps, welcome back. Yeah, like I said, it's got your classic blue and red, the things that you equate with the main Gundam in your series. It's got all those markers, and it does a great job with that. But there's some other accents that I think are just like really cool looking on this. All right, so then I need D1, 36, and then 38. Snap those off. But yeah, there's a lot of touches on here that I think are just really cool looking. But the use of the green accents is just really nice. I'll stop talking about it now so I'm not a broken record. But okay, so then these three go like that. That makes total sense. All right, and then this goes like this. Ha, we did it. All right. Always nice when I don't have to like figure out why I messed something up. It's just when it just works. And then pull this out, and then I've got to put D29. So we talked about anime before. We were doing our anime, and I've been talking about rewatches. So a thing happened last night that hasn't happened in a long time. Like I follow my recommendations. I click on all this stuff because sometimes you find out things that are like, oh, this is a show I didn't watch because it was on Funimation and now it's on Crunchyroll in the archives, and I try to pay attention to that stuff. So I click a lot of recommended, and I usually get something like stuff that's like, oh, well, that looks cooler. That's not really my speed. Like Date Alive. I don't think I'm going to watch that show. YouTube really wants to recommend it to me, but it doesn't seem like something I would want to watch. The clips I haven't like inspired me to check it out. But for some reason, it decided that I want to watch a lot of clips of Ichigo transforming from Bleach. And you know what? I do want to watch that. I don't know if I want to watch Bleach or like pick up where I left off on Bleach, but I do want to watch just like random clips of like here's his new powers and like that like music that plays. Like if you ever watch Bleach, you know the music I'm talking about when like the ladies' vocals come in and you're like, oh, shit's about to happen. Like I can't describe it better than that, but like when the music happens, lyrics, and then a lady's like talking about like this is your fantasy or whatever, and like things are about to get like pretty cool in Bleach. I don't know. I was like nostalgic for that. So I watched a whole lot of clips of like he doesn't have his Shinigami powers anymore. He's got this other thing. Oh, but he can power up like he did when he had his Shinigami powers. Holy shit. Look at how badass he is right now. Like, I don't know. There was some fun nostalgia there that I was super into. All right, so that's our body. We're gonna do our torso next, and we're trying to knock out the torso, and I think that'll be it for today. Yes, Johnny Warps. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that music like hit a nostalgia point for me that I was like, fuck yeah. It's time. Let's do this. Let's watch, but not really care too much about a little bit of Bleach. And it was totally out of context. I don't know who that villain was, but he was very surprised that Ichigo was doing such a good job. All right. So I guess B is just our like any weird pieces we've got, our weird framework. Ugh. All right, so cut that out, and then it wants me to turn these 90 degrees, so I'm doing that. This is our going to be our crotch here, our lower torso. So that goes like that. It goes like that. This actually steps on pretty easily. It's got some movement to it, which is good. It's flexible here. And then we'll put some armor on it from F. Great. You use last Brooke. You say, "I swear I used to have that song, and now I know you're on." Yeah, I'm sure it's just like in a folder somewhere, or like on a drive of your old anime music, and you're like, you'll find it someday, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, this song." Um, yeah, like when Ichigo like shows up and just starts cleaning house. Um, So I've talked about this kind of music before. Um, that's obviously music in anime, but music that isn't anime, like the new Dragon Force album. Half the tracks on the Dragon Force album are songs for when the hero shows up to kick ass. Like half of those tracks could be in any anime, and the other half are so the first half are songs for when the hero shows up to kick some ass and save the day, and the other half is for when uh, the minor character shows the minor character has like a cool new power and ability, and that's like most of those songs on that album are kick ass for that reason. I highly recommend that Dragon Force album. I think it's incredible. Um, And then there's also a song that's just Castlevania. It's just an ode to Castlevania music done by Dragon Force, and it's so fucking good. If it wouldn't get content ID'd, I'd play it right now. But just that Dragon Force album is so good. Oh yeah, it came out this year. Um, uh, Johnny Warp's the new Dragon Force that came out this year is so good. I'm gonna look up the listing right now. Um, and just look up what the uh, track list is. Yeah, so it's yeah, reaching into infinity is the name of the album. I highly recommend it. Uh, every track on there is dope and awesome. Uh, oh yeah, Through the Fire and Flames is so great. But Dragon Force is just it was one of those things where like I put it on. I do music house playlists for my job, and I put it on, and then someone said, "Hey, this sounds like Dragon Force," and then I got to tell someone who didn't know that there was a new Dragon Force album out. This was back in like April, and that person, it was like I gave them a Christmas gift. They were just like so happy that there was going to be new music that they really wanted to hear out there because they were digging what I was playing already. Um, which is one of my favorite things. I'll say it all the time. One of my favorite things about my job is when I see people holding their phones up to speakers at work, which means that they are like, using Shazam. They're using Shazam to find out what music is playing because they're really into it. That makes me feel really great. Because, I'll play Bodak Yellow. It's on my playlist right now. People know that song. But then they also might be like, what is this? What's this new track? Oh, they're like what's this band? Who makes this? That makes me feel really good when people are like into some weird shit that I put on because they're like, I don't know who Ted Leo is, but now I fucking do, and this Ted Leo song is so good. Or who's this rapper? I've never heard of this rapper. Mega Ran, who's that? Okay. Uh, Spoilers, Mega Ran's new album is really good. Iron Mike Eagle and Mega Ran put out new albums this year. They're both excellent. They're both on the I would say the serious side of nerdcore because they're not really nerdcore. They're just nerdy dudes. I would say they're just Iron Mike Eagle and Mega Ran are clearly just nerdy black dudes that do hip hop. So like they're rappers, right? But they're in that subgenre mainly because they're nerdy dudes, and who also both really love wrestling. But both their albums are excellent. I really recommend them. Iron Mike Eagle just put out a new single called No Cell that is ostensibly, seemingly, about the style of wrestling where where someone attacks you and you no sell. You pretend like it doesn't. You don't pretend like it hurts. But it's actually talking about uh, uh, male masculinity and projecting hurt and not feeling like you can cry or show emotion. Highly recommend Iron Mike Eagle and also Megaran. Like I said, Megaran has a new album and it's very good. Megaran has a new album uh, called "Go to Church," or the song "Go to Church" that Cisco sings on, and that's just fun. And he's singing, and it's just like, I don't know. I listened to a 2017 song that has Cisco on it. That's very fun. All right, so we're getting close to wrapping up here. We're going to finish the torso, and then we're going to wrap up a little early. So we'll only done like an hour and 20, just because I have to get to my actual job, which is the reason I'm not streaming tonight, is because I'm working this evening, which I haven't worked a Thursday in like a year. And I thought I could avoid that because normally my employee who works on Thursdays never has a problem working Thursdays. But this particular Thursday, unfortunately, needed me to work for him, and my other employee, we're a small crew at our theater because we all want to work hours and no one wants covers. Unfortunately, the other person that could cover can't, and then it turns out great that he can't because he's wrestling. It's Thursday night. I'll go and produce my comedy wrestling show, UCBW. Excited about that as always. And all right, so let's get this. So I decided I would do an afternoon stream because I couldn't do an evening one. And I thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. We're not done yet, but we're getting close there. I got to clip this here. Right? No, wait. Yes, I got to snip this. Occasionally, you might look at a thing and think, is that an extra piece there, or is that a shelving piece? What's going on? And you don't want to fuck that up. But sometimes you do. I don't think I did there, though. Try to figure out how these go on. They don't seem to want to go on right. We might stop around here. We'll see. But, got a few more build things to do. I want to thank you all for joining me. Like I said, we're not done, but we're getting there as we wrap up this build. And yeah, this just doesn't fucking want to. Like, I know what it's going to do. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay. So it looks like, you know what I'm doing this step before another step. There's another piece that locks in, and it looks like these little pieces lock into that. So if I get that on, it should work. See, I was doing the step wrong. That's why it wasn't working. It's not the kit. It's me. 25 and 26. All right. Yep, sometimes you just get ahead of yourself, and you're like, oh, I'll just put that in there, and it's the wrong order, and it fucks everything up. Teachable moments. So yeah, I'll be back on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Will be the next stream. So please come back for that. Folks that have been asking if I'm going to do if I'm going to do anything for Extra Life, I have not. I'm going to do my normal streaming schedule, my Thursday, Saturday schedule, and I have chosen to not do anything beyond that. I'm still reaching out to some bigger websites if they would like me to help out. I'd be more than happy to do that. But right now, I have no plans. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like I said, after an hour and a half, I start getting loopy and I start making mistakes and like things just go wrong. So I can't do on my own. I can't do a stream like that. But if someone was like, "Hey, do an hour and a half on our bigger stream," I would jump at the chance. Like I'm going to stop now because I'm going to get this one piece on, but I'm not going to do the other because I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong and it's not going on right. So usually what that means is that I am tired of building and it is time to take a break. Some of these pieces go in on autopilot. Some of them require patience, and I am out of patience. Great. So we'll finish off our torso on the next stream on Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. One last thing. I'm going to talk about it a lot next week. Let me share with you info on GaymerX East. So I'm going to be at GaymerX East next weekend here in New York. Ticket links and stuff are going to be in here. It's one of the other reasons why I'm not really doing anything for Extra Life is because I'm going to be there. So Saturday at 2 p.m. on November 4th at GaymerX East, I'm going to be on a panel. Looking up the name of it, called How to Get That Panel Like a Pro. I'm going to be on that panel with Samus, who is a fantastic musician, and I'm a huge fan of. And so it's really weird for me. Like I'm fanning out a little bit about that. So that's coming up next week. And then the Sunday show, November 5th at 2 p.m., Danielle Riendeau, Abby Russell, Alexandra, who made the Baer Cave emote, will be my guest. I'm going to film mine on Sunday, and it'll go up a day early for my Patreon backers. So if you're a Patreon, for $5, you get that as soon as I'm done editing it. Everyone else will get it the day after I'm done editing it. And then no plans to film the Saturday one. We might do an audio recording. It's not my panel, so I don't have any details on that, but it should be cool, and hopefully it'll be helpful. Like, I have things to say about getting your panels approved at conventions, and you can learn from my mistakes and years of doing it. I want to thank everyone for joining me here in this weird afternoon stream. Thank you so much for that. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, half an hour early from normal, and we will build. We'll work on some arms for this Exia. We'll work on those leg pieces, finish that up, put it all together. We might finish it on Saturday. If not, we will continue. And if we finish it early, I might start my next thing. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Bye, everybody.